All right, so Akilah, you know I'm gonna ask the infamous question. Who is Akilah Watts?
I was like, this has to be like the hardest question that you probably gonna ask me today, but I think I'm still figuring it out. But at my core, I'm definitely a Barbadian Contemporary Artist.
So in your work, there's definitely inspiration from the Caribbean. Tell us a little bit about your home country of Barbados. What does it mean to you?
I mean, it's everything. I think we were talking a little earlier about how it literally is my battery, is like the basis for most of my work, if not all of my work. I pull all my energy and my sources from my experiences living there. I'm born, raised, and based in Barbados, so like it literally feeds me. It is a small little island off of the Caribbean chain, so we're considered a gem.
We've talked a lot about your inspiration and your support groups coming from Barbados. As you've entered the art world, what have been some challenges from a geographic perspective living and being based in Barbados?
I think probably one of the biggest challenges is always going to be money. Like our bill is worth half or two of the American dollar, so like American dollar is $2 to us. So sometimes like having shipping and materials, especially if since we're so small and none of the things that I need for art is produced on my island besides the concept, you need to worry about being able to purchase the things and bring them in, and then once you create them, figuring out how to get them into the exhibition spaces that you want to showcase your work in as well. I think money is probably the biggest factor, but like once I got out of school, it was figuring out like the transition from being in a space with like 10 other students creating work with you, you have this person to kind of like bounce ideas off of, to a space where it's like, okay, I'm on my own in my bedroom, on the floor, no studio space, and how do I continue from here? Like, what's the next push? I think that was probably the biggest challenge. The challenges are definitely probably monetary and mentally are probably the two biggest, I would say.
And how have you overcome those challenges? What are the hacks? Tell us.
I'm still trying to figure out the hacks myself, I'm just kidding. But I think friends probably was one of the biggest hacks. Again, having people within the same field as me that were willing to push as well. So then almost like once they were in a space that they were ready to push as well, we were kind of like bouncing ideas off of each other and we were like figuring it out as we go. Like, so it's all about learning and teaching others as you learn as well. So it's not about always like harvesting and keeping all the information for yourself, but sharing it once you learn it.
I couldn't agree with you more. I actually think that I would say there's three major barriers in the art industry. Lack of industry knowledge, cost, and access. We are constantly having conversations, no matter if you're an art writer or an artist or an owner of a platform. Sharing all that information strengthens all of our practices. Yeah. So I think that hack is possibly one of the most important, so thank you for sharing that. So tell us, how has your social presence given you access to the art industry?
Again, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's a portfolio. Like again, before you used to have your portfolio on like a flash drive, where you actually have to have like a printout to like deliver to somebody and be like, do you like my work? Now you have it online that you can kind of edit and tweak and add things to at will, and anybody across the globe has access to it. Especially with like the pandemic, I found out like the growth for access was major at that point because everybody was at home, everybody was online, everybody was looking. So at that point, like your portfolio, which is, I'm calling the Instagram account portfolio at this point, was at the peak for visual reference. Like everybody was looking at it.
So we're here at 1969 here in the Lower East Side, where you're currently in a show called Repose with yourself and Elena's Ford. Congratulations, it's absolutely beautiful. How has your time been here in New York?
I feel like this is the first time I'm actually in New York and doing the whole back and forth, almost like working in New York, if I want to say. I'm currently based in Jersey for the period of time in which I am like back and forth in New York. So again, I have family here, so I've been here like once a year since I was maybe 5 years old. And this is the second time I've probably been here for like a 3-month period. And the first time I've been here for like more work-oriented stuff. So it's been a task. I don't know how New Yorkers do it. I don't know how y'all live here at all, because the constant hustle and bustle is not it for me. But it's been great. I think it's always nice to get out of your element for a little while and try something new. So this is the first time I've been kind of like bouncing around and having my schedule open to like all these different opportunities. Like, oh, you want to meet up? Sure. This is the time I have available, and like we just trying to make it happen regardless of what we have going on, while also still trying to get in the studio and get some work done while we're in this residency.
So Akilah, what's next for you?
Sleep. Just kidding. I have a month left, or a little month left in this residency, and a month for sure here. And then once I get home, I just want to sleep. I just want to take a break and like almost reset myself within my home, where I'm kind of grabbing my ideas from.
Recharging is the most important thing for all of us to do. I know and trust that there is going to be more amazing things coming from you. Thank you for being part of the original Good Black Art family. It's a total veteran. We are so excited for you and excited for where you're headed. So thank you for trusting us, and thank you for continuing to support us. And we are also so thankful to 1969 for having us and hosting this conversation. So we are overjoyed and excited to see what Akilah Watts does next.
Thank you.